But in amongst preparing for your next cycle for the World Cup, you've had to go through quite a tough time because there have been many accusations levelled at you and at the FA. I'm going to go straight into the first one. Former England player, although she's still got a central contract, Eni Akulo. She was dropped from the squad in May 2016. Was that because she was critical of you in what she believed to be a confidential FA cultural review?
Absolutely not. I've read the media reports and I was completely unaware of any allegations that were made or reports that were made at that stage, and my decision was based on what my decisions are always based on, what I feel is the right thing to help England be successful on the field. And I'm aware I'm the England manager. I've got some incredibly difficult decisions to make on a regular basis, and leaving Eni out of the squad was a very difficult decision, you know, to the point where I went to see Eni individually to let her know my reasons and the fact that she was left out of the squad.
It can't have been for performance reasons. She was top scorer in the WSL at the time. What were the reasons then that you left her out?
Well, like with any player, as I said, you know, it's about making the right decisions to help the team be successful, and so many things come into that. At the time, I felt that another player or players were more suited to helping us be successful on the field. And as I've said before, you know, sometimes with the way in which we're trying to go about our business, context is a huge thing in football. And if you look at the results the team have achieved over the last 2 years in particular, 2 major championships, semi-finals. We've just come off the back of another tournament. We've progressed from outside the top 10 to now ranked 3rd in the world. But I reiterate, I've got to make some real difficult decisions, but always the key intention behind those decisions is to help this team be successful.
I appreciate that, but she feels that it was in retaliation for critical comments that she made about you.
And all I can say is that absolutely was not the case. I'm aware of my position, and I know that if I'm not successful on the field, I won't be in this position that I love dearly for much longer. Hence why every decision I make is to support the team be successful on the field. Of course, I'll take in as many factors into that consideration, and I'll discuss it with my staff at depth, but I will make those decisions that I feel in the best interest of helping this team be successful.
Was this cultural review confidential, or were you aware of some of the issues that had been raised by Eni Akulo?
Absolutely confidential. When that decision was made, I had no knowledge at all, and still don't to this day of what was said or what the actions were from that cultural report.
She claims that you said the reason that you dropped her was because of un-lioness behaviour. What does that mean?
Well, it's difficult for me to articulate in depth in a short space of time all the criteria for what I consider important and the team consider important for being an England player. But what's key is that as a group of people, and Eni was involved in these conversations, you know, we talked about what is important for us and what do we need to be to help us win major championships and be successful. And what I will do will take all those factors into consideration and make decisions. And I'll reiterate that over the course of the summer, the team performed incredibly well, and rightfully so, put themselves now in that top 3 in the world.
But could they not have performed better had they had the top scorer of the league in the squad with them?
It's an impossible question for me to answer. You know, we could ask the same question about a number of players, and I think this is key, is that, you know, there are so many players at the moment all competing to be in this England squad, in this England team. I'm aware I can only pick 23. So there are a number of players who have unfortunately had to have difficult conversations and honest conversations with me around why I'm not picking them for the squad. And rightfully so, players should be upset. These are elite athletes, all desperate to play for England. But I do have to make decisions on what I feel in the best interest of the team being successful.